Okay, good morning, everyone. Rainbow Heart Freedom Eagle here, and I'm live. I know it's been quite a while. Just give me a moment here while I get everything situated. This is some new interface. So, I'm familiarizing myself with it, as the last time I did a live, I did not see these upgrades. How y'all doing? I want to see where I can engage with you guys. I want to see who's on, and go ahead. As you step in, go ahead and say hi, state your name, your city and state. Want to know where you're coming from. Good morning. Where does it pop up? Okay. Okay, for those of you who are watching, which I can't see, I don't know your names, it's not showing me, but go ahead and make a comment. Can you hear me? Type yes if you do. I'm trying to look for where I can see your comments and see you guys. Yes. Okay. I know I can invite people. Who's watching? Drop a comment. I want to see. I'm learning how to use this new interface. Okay, I'm going to write something here. Okay. Hi, guys. I see that there are people viewing. Who's here? I'm checking in. I know it's been feels like several months, maybe 3 or 4 months since I've done this. Since I've, I guess gone public. And who's here? I want to say hello. I see my comment. I want to see you guys. If you can hear me, just type yes. This is new to me, and I'm trying to figure out how to use this. The last time I did a Facebook Live, I could see who was watching, hearting, commenting, things like that. And this is totally different. So I'm navigating this interface for the first time. As many of you know, Bear and I are more known for psychic protection. And no, it's not my favorite thing to do or teach, but it is what just happens to be on demand of what people request of us. And so that's how it got born. Right now we're going through this pandemic, scandemic, whatever you want to call it, this orchestration of social engineering, of all these tests, beta tests, whatever you want to call it. Hi guys, go ahead. I see you. Go ahead and drop a comment because I am learning how to use this, so you're helping me engage with you guys better. I'm trying to figure out where I can see you, where I can see the engagement. If you can hear me, go ahead and type yes. And some people ask, oh, what's the topic for today? There isn't necessarily a topic, which I'm sure most of you who have been following me for some years know that, oh, Rainbow's really structured. She usually comes with an outline. She doesn't like to talk unless she has some nuggets and boom, boom, boom. These are her bullet points. No, I just want to check in and actually have a conversation. I don't necessarily have an outline or a topic, just I'm speaking on the fly because I want it to be more of an engagement. Hi, Kat. Okay, so I do know that this is working. How are you doing, Kat? It's been, oh my God, over a year maybe since I saw you at Walmart. So, yeah, it's time to get back. I've been cocooning and, um, these are turbulent times. It's the yin and yang where it's multidimensional. There is a war, and people will say, oh, it's only a war on this or this or this or this. Well, where I come in, everything is really connected, interconnected, and people say, oh, it's just a spiritual war. Oh, it's a covert war, meaning it's covered, it's hidden. Other people will say it's it's um it's a war on whatever, sex trafficking, child pedophilia rings, or human trafficking, or a war on out in outer space, aliens, or the hybrids of the aliens that, or people who may not call themselves human here on Earth, or it's just really, really mixed up. I know I sound like spaghetti and I'm pretty scattered. And for those of you who have listened to me, you see that I go off on many tangents and then I tie it all in together. How are you guys feeling? How are you coping with these things of fear tactics, whether these things are real in your mind or not? And more revelations could be scary or making your mind spin. It can be really tough. I mean, and back in my younger years, my mind exploded when, and I burst out crying because I couldn't handle the fact that, well, I did have to handle when I grew up really fast. I did have to handle that there are people who do bad things in the world. And one example is when I used to work at a Catholic school, a private Catholic school. There was embezzlement going on, and I found out who these other moles were that were trying to solve the mystery. And just being who I am, um, I found out that the director. Okay, I'm trying to reveal stuff without saying too much. The director and other people outside businesses that were contracted had their workers come in and like clean, and then these workers who were cleaning were framed just because, oh, they're brown, they're low income, whatever, they don't speak English, they were framed. And I actually knew who was embezzling the money and how they were orchestrating it. So this was back in the days when I was young. And yeah, I left that place, but ever since that work experience, all my other workplaces and jobs that I've had, it was so easy for me to uncover and also accept that things like embezzlement, lying, cheat, deceit, all these things, they do happen. Harassment, sexual abuse, whatever you call it, stealing, theft, you know. At this point, they were embezzling money. That was just an example. And I cried because it's like I was in a movie and I was piecing everything together in my mind. And I just started to cry because my head hurt from all the information that I was processing, it's like, wow, all the little signs were there. And once I connected it, it was a hard pill for me to swallow, but my mind burst and I started crying to release all that energy because it was just so amazing to me. Kind of like, and why do I share this story? Kind of like going down the rabbit hole of these agendas that have been planned for more than 30 to 40 years. You know, people think, oh my God, we have to wear masks. And by the way, I just want to state these disclaimers. I am not spiritual. I'm not a light worker. And I am a sovereign being. I own and claim my own personal sovereignty. So for those of you who want to come into the discussion, I just want to let you know, please do be respectful and we can all agree to disagree. As with my husband and business partner, Bear, there are very poignant times that I disagree with him, yet we still coexist and get along. Sometimes more civilly, sometimes less, but beyond that, what was I saying? There are people in this world who are here for different purposes. What is your purpose? You may think, what the fuck, Rainbow? I'm just stressing out. This is chaos. The world is uncertain. Nothing is going back to normal. Nothing will ever go back to normal. No matter how much we try to force it or imagine it or will it, everything is crumbling. The infrastructures of everything, the world, the governments, the different countries, the healthcare systems, the financial infrastructure, the educational infrastructure, all these things that haven't been working, they are slowly and surely crumbling before our eyes. And all these darknesses and evils are being exposed, which is why it's so important for us to self-reflect, to do our own research and find out who we are and find out our constitution, make our own beliefs and values in our constitution stronger. And at the same time, it's okay to unlearn. You know, if we have certain beliefs and we are contradicting ourselves, it's okay. We are learning, we are unlearning, programming, unprogramming, building, rebuilding. A lot of destruction is happening right now, and it's not just physical. It's not just all those infrastructures that I named. A lot of our lives are crumbling, and that doesn't necessarily mean good or bad. It's revolutionary. Revolution starts within. This is a spiritual revolution and evolution. You know, tapping into the abundance matrix. I wish I had the picture right now, but I can post it underneath this live later. It's of the globe in one spot, the Earth, planet Earth, and then it grows and it splits into a Y. And as it evolves from the 3D, third dimension, you know, with the lower vibrations of the control, domination, and fear, guilt, shame, and fear, and then it goes up, ascends higher, and on the highest is what? I'll show you the picture, but it's peace. And then even before that is abundance, okay? So there's the abundance matrix, and there's higher, the evolution matrix. So, yes, I may be talking above, around, under, whatever. Just like, oh, what is Rainbow talking about? This can be hard to convey in words for those of you who may be on the same wavelength as me and be like, oh, okay, I see what consciousness you're coming from. I get it. Other people are like, oh my God, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking around in circles. This is like being on psychedelics. Well, it's really important for us to get in tune with nature. Not only is our trees, nature, water protecting us, healing us, protecting us from the 5G towers, cells, the more than 40,000 plus satellites that are up, erected, and, being turned on in the world that's going to harm us. It's important for you to be in nature, protect yourselves, energetically meditate, energetically get in tune with yourself, and listen to the voice within, your intuition, the divine innate wisdom that's already within you. I mean, you may be in fear. We all are. This is a chaotic time, folks. It's hectic. There's uncertainty, there's chaos. And that's not necessarily bad, yet it is rocky. It's uncomfortable. Am I going through anxiety and anger and stress? Yes. Before that, I was going through other stuff. Okay, it's all right. We can breathe, up, emotional roller coaster, up and down, up and down. Some people are receiving income, some people are not. So people are worried. Are we going back to school? Are the kids going back to school? Are people going back to work? Are we just going to sit at home and collect a paycheck? Are we going to be forced to receive vaccinations before we can be let out into the open public again, like schools, businesses, 100%, or even travel on the airplanes or out of state across borders? Who knows? It's different across many states, jurisdictions, counties in the United States or United Snakes, and even different countries in the world. Why am I passionate about this? There's just so many reasons. I mean, I could just say, I don't know, to make it easier. I don't know. That's just the way I'm wired. And I do have to take care of some other things in my personal life soon. So I would love to hear where you guys are at, what measures you're taking to cope, or what are your understandings. And everyone is at different understandings. Some people believe that we can trust the government, some people believe that we cannot trust the government and the mainstream media. You're probably wondering, okay, Rainbow, where's your stance? Okay, we already know, but we're too scared to look at your posts on your Facebook fan page because, oh my God, it's so scary. I don't want to look at child ring, sex trafficking, satanic sacrificing rituals that are satanic, all these deep state things, all stuff about aliens and hybrids and people with different blood types and hybrids of different extraterrestrials with different blood types. You have to do what's right for you. I'm not trying to judge you, but I have to admit, I've been very triggered lately, as probably most, if not all of you have been. We're all dealing with this together. It's like we're writhing in this can of worms, and we're doing our best to just like flick them off and, do what we can to be assertive and proactive and remain in our center and find our peace amidst all the discomfort, amidst the storms. I don't know who I'm talking to. I would love to hear where you're at physically, emotionally, like your city, your state. I can see your names here. And I know I can invite people to join the live. I've seen other people do it. I'm just not sure where to click to do that. Oh, okay, I see more writing. I just didn't see it. I guess I had to scroll. I assumed it would, like the YouTube lives, I assumed it would just keep rolling and scrolling by itself. Okay, I see it, Cap. You need a massage? I'm glad you're doing good. Oh, hi, Michelle. Oh, okay. I thought you were a different Michelle in Santa Fe. You're up in Dixon. Yeah, that's really nice that you live there, Michelle. The trees, the nature, more protection. These devilish towers are being erected everywhere. That's why we're going to go camping, to go recharge ourselves, recharge our bodies, because Bear and I, we have jobs. You're probably like, oh, how come we hardly see you? Well, we have jobs and we're doing our best to do what we can with our business at the same time. So that's why you hardly hear from me, from us. They're not just that. I was going through a dark night of the soul and getting upgrades, releasing death and rebirth, shamanic death and rebirth, the medicine card of the bat, or you could say the phoenix, burning everything up. Like your old emotional selves are dying, and then it resurrects a new, higher, and more empowered self that's more evolved, more resilient, and capable of understanding these things that are happening. Yeah, I can relate, Kat. The anxiety gets bad that you can't sleep. A lot of people are buying, even myself, buying natural organic sleep aids. And when this pandemic or scaredemic, plandemic, this orchestrated social engineering, which is testing to see who will follow, who will be sheeple, when this first started, all the immune system vitamins and supplements, they were sold out. I have different places where I buy them. They were sold out. That's really good to invest in yourself, invest in the herbs. Speaking of which, like I said, there was no topic for this. I'm just talking on the fly because I really wanted to engage with you all. And no, it's not like all puppy dogs and rainbows. It's, I feel emotional. It's very upsetting. Yes, I've had pleasure and highs and, peace and happiness and bliss along the way. But right now, I'm emotional because of all the evil that's happening in the world. And I knew about some of it. I knew about a lot of it, but it's becoming more revealed and exposed as all these arrests are happening. Of course, they're not going to show it in mainstream media. The reason why we're all feeling these negative emotions due to the uncertainty, the crumbling of all the infrastructures, is because there's also a crumbling within your body, within your psychology, your psyche. We're all going through this emotional roller coaster because there's uncertainty in the physical outer reality, and that's why there's uncertainty, or we feel these negative emotions of fear, doubt, worry, anxiety, uncertainty within ourselves, in our inner world. So the inner reflects the outer. That's why I say, let me scroll down. There might be more. Oh, there is. Okay. I guess I have to scroll down. I'm used to it just propagating by itself. Okay, what I can tell you, Kat, you're worried about your grandkids. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't finish a lot of my sentences. That's just the way I am. But what I can tell you is, don't worry about the virus. It's not that. It's just like cold and flu. You get it, you get over with. It gets over with. You can do your own research with, like Dr. Fauci. He even said it's not necessary for us to wear masks. This is socially engineered. They just want to see who will follow the rules that the government imposes. I personally know, and there's this couple that was admitted to the hospital. They did not have COVID virus, but they claimed they did, and they have no proof. They couldn't even explain it. They were very vague about how they contracted it. And mind you, this is a couple who just stays at home. They don't go to work. They don't have to go out. They don't have to leave their home. So how the fuck could they contract it, right? They just wanted to add them to the statistics. And because the deep state is upset that the numbers are not higher for the deaths, which this is socially engineered. You know, the beta testing of the Popeye's chicken challenge. Let's say, oh, let's see who's going to eat these things that are genetically modified and probably, you know, they added more poisons and toxins into them so that they can control the people, which I know this sounds so broad, but I'll just touch into a little bit as to why they're doing this. It's really hard for me to get centered because it's so broad. It is. Don't worry too much about the virus. You know, all this fear and anxiety is weakening the immune system. What you need to be doing is meditating to clear the anxiety. You know, whether it helps even just a little bit, at least it'll help. Go out in nature, be in the sun, be with the trees, take the masks off, be in deeper nature because you will feel yourself getting healed. I know when I felt sick and I went down to Pecos, you know, off the grid, you know, there was no noise, no light pollution, no EMR pollution, nothing was functioning there, right? But I did not feel sick. I felt so healthy, and not just healthy, energized for days. I felt like Superwoman, Wonder Woman when I was there. Okay, so that's one of the best things you can do for yourself. Limit the use of your smartphones, your devices, you know, your electronic devices. Go in nature. Get your protectors, your blockers, you know, wear it on your body, put it on your devices. What does this do? Of course, it protects you, so that in turn helps boost your immune system. That's the least you can do with, you know, and take your herb supplements to boost the immune system. Because with all these satellites that are being turned on, you know, the 5G towers, the cell towers, all those things, you need to do what you can to ingest healthy organic herbs, pills, liquid, whatever. Put blockers on your body, on your devices. Go out in nature. These like for example, the cell phone signals, they're blocked when you are off the grid, when you are in nature, when you are on the water, you know, like on the lakes and all that, the beaches. But also be careful. Don't do it where there's a lot of people. You don't want to infect yourself. Because yes, this COVID virus is true, but it was trademarked, it was patented, you know. They knew about these studies and the cures. Oh my gosh. The cures about them, organic, natural, and chemical, pharmaceutical. Both cures. The NIH, National Institute of Health, knew about this since 2005. Okay? You know, with this H1N1, the SARS, all these things, the flu, all different kinds of flus, these things, they are patented, trademarked, they are created. And unfortunately, the truth is these vaccines are not here to help you, but the cures, the mainstream media tells you, oh, we're trying to discover the cures. Madagascar, the country of Madagascar already has a tea, an organic tea, and they're not listening to the WHO, World Health Organization, because they've already cured the patients with coronavirus. And of course, they don't want to listen to them because big pharma will lose money, and these people who are creating these, orchestrating these, whatever you want to call it, pandemic, scaredemic, Agenda 21, deep state, the cabal, whatever you want to call them. They want people to have weakened immune systems. They think that there's too many people on the planet. What is the name? Artemisia? It sounds like Artemis. Anyways, I'll dig it up. It's on our Facebook fan page. This Madagascar, they liberate themselves. They cut their ties off from the World Health Organization. They said, we have our cure. Organic, it's a tea. Artemisia. Anyways, there's another cure. The I will write it down just so I can pronounce it and have it for you better. Hydroxychloroquine. You know, Trump is promoting this, whether it doesn't matter. I don't have to see, oh, maybe he's selling, he's earning money. The point is, it works. These are two cures. One is a drug, hydroxychloroquine, and the other one is organic, natural. It's a tea, it's a blend, a mix, herbal. Artesima or Artissima. Anyways, the word is it's there. You can research it, and I can also put in the link below. And this hydroxychloroquine was already stated in research by the NIH in 2005 with all those other quote unquote sicknesses like the H1N1, SARS, different COVID-19 coronavirus from 2005. NIH already said in the research this hydroxychloroquine is a cure, successfully cures these things. Okay, so they're not trying to, you have to go to deeper research and use the critical thinking, because there will be certain things they want you to know, certain things they don't want you to know, and then there will be the controlled opposition where they try to distract you, create diversions, like, oh, we'll do this, but, you know, oh, well, if you were on this side, then why are you exposing or showing this? They only want you to see what they want you to see. So, you know, you might say, oh, well, I thought Fox News was evil. You know, they have an evil agenda, they're mainstream media. Why are they saying things against the deep state or the cabal? Okay, that's part of the trick too with the deep state. It's called controlled opposition, just like in the metaphysical community back in the 60s. They said, oh, all these hippies cannot take the psychedelics because it frees their mind. They're allowed to think, open their consciousness. Instead of like what is happening now with whatever you want to call it. There's just, it's so big, it's so broad. Just the forces that be, the evil, Agenda 21, whatever you want to call it. Why is everything poison and toxins in everywhere, you know, in our air, in our electronics, in our water? And I feel sorry for Michigan. Bless you people over there. Why is there fear? Why is there poison everywhere in the media, in social media, in the TV, in the news? Poison in the water, the air, the chemtrails. Why is the food poison itself? All GMO, genetically modified. Well, this allows you to be capped so they can brainwash and control you. This is where we step in with the psychic protection. I mean, people thought, oh, well, Bear Rainbow are just so young, you know, they teach psychic protection. It's only about shielding. No, this is actually what we were teaching in our program about all this interdimensional stuff and the deep state, ninjas, shadow governments, aliens, hybrids, different kind of underground bunkers, you know, jumping ship to Mars, talking about, you know, why is this going on? Why do they want to cap our consciousness? Why do they want us to be mental, emotional zombies? Which is, yes, it can, probably in other parts of the world already with the testing, physical zombies. Why? The sheeple, zombies, zombified. All of these poisons and toxins. Okay, yeah, they say there's not enough people, not enough room on this planet to hold all the people. That's out of the lack matrix, which is why we say, you gotta go back to the abundance matrix and even beyond, to peace, to the evolution, instead of being wired for lack. And people who just like to attack us and say, oh, you're just talking about money. No, I'm not. Open your fucking consciousness. I'm talking about feeling like we are powerful, we are capable, we are going to win this. We are connected. Nature is abundant. Hi, Mari. All right, I got all the different places in northern New Mexico. Norte al Norte. Burque, Spaniola, Dixon. There's probably more. You guys just aren't saying hi. But anyways, going back, why are they capping us with all these poisons in everywhere? You know, the radio waves, the EMR, electromagnetic radiation, or EMF, electromagnetic frequency, the food, the water, the toxins, the everything just blasting us. It's like we're in this fucking biodome of poison. Well, these few people that are controlling the billions of us in this world have done it masterfully, successfully, but they are now being revealed. And the more you guys wake up and realize what's fake and what's being orchestrated and what's actually hurting and harming us and who and why, I'll just touch a bit into why. I did already. They operate, whether it be, I don't know what you want to label them, you know. Other people are more expert in research. And I'm just going to talk about what I know and my personal experience. If you want to know more details, you can look at the other people, which I go to them for their journalistic research, intel. So we are here doing our best together to evolve spiritually, financially. Why do I say that? The financial infrastructure, the global currency, global digital currency. You know, that's what this New World Order is trying to do. Who knows if it will happen? It's already happening. I mean, in China, they don't have cash currency or using all these cards. Everything is digital. So when Nixon got rid of the gold standard, meaning our money, our paper currency, you know, the dollar has no worth. It's fiat. If this government says, okay, it's worth something, it is. If they say, okay, it's worth zero, nada, zilch, it is. That's why another way, see, this is what probably the fourth nugget I'm dropping. Invest in gold. Invest in metals, gold, silver. Invest in that because it's stable. During uncertain, unstable times, you gotta invest in yourself. That's the money part. And I said the herbs, your immune system, being in nature to recharge and heal yourself, and also to protect yourself. For those of you who live in nature, then that's even better for you, because the trees, the reason why they cut down the trees is because it's blocking the harmful 5G from frying your body. And that's why I say go out in nature. What else did I say? Okay, that was the third thing. Get your blockers. You know, there's many types of blockers. You can check my other video, Heal Your Body. I do have the links there as to for what Bear and I use, what we ingest, you know, to boost our immune system, and also other devices that we use to block these radiation. Just the more you strengthen yourselves on all levels, the more you're going to find the peace to win during these turbulent times. Not everyone's going to survive, but, you know, we do the best that we know how. And like I said earlier, I've been going through anger, anxiety, you know, just a multitude of different emotions. It's been an emotional roller coaster. And I'm finally ready to come out again. I think I mentioned it was like 4 months. But a lot of shedding. And it's not just me, it's all of you. As the outer world and reality sheds and crumbles, so is your inner world, your psychology, your emotional bodies, all your different energy bodies. You're being upgraded, and you may have ascension symptoms, you know, stress, anxiety, insomnia, dizziness, nausea, whatever, ringing in your ears, what have you. And this is temporary, but it's necessary. They're called, you know, it's like growing pains. When you upgrade, you have to break all the blocks, break all the building blocks. And so you may think you're sick or contagious, but you're not. Kind of like healing crisis, but it's like, okay, death and rebirth. A lot of things are being destroyed. You feel like you have ascension symptoms, all these negative emotions, trying to figure it all out. Who do we look for? How do we find peace? How do we take care of ourselves and our families? What are we supposed to do to move forward in an empowered way without them infringing and taking our rights, constitutional rights, personal sovereignty rights? All this chaos, there's this Chinese characters, words. Crisis, it also means opportunity. So it's really opportunity to get deep within yourselves and find out who you really are, what you want to do on this planet, who you want to be. Oh, I want to be a mom. I want to take care of my kids. I want to raise them so well. So when I die, I know they'll be well off. Oh, I want to actually be, I don't know, a psychic reader. This is my calling. This is how I want to help people. Or maybe I want to teach people about this beamer device or some other healing devices, technology. You have to have something to look forward to look for. What makes you tick? What makes you want to wake up in the morning? Is it your children? Is it taking care of your husband? Is it taking care of your clients? What makes you tick? That's another way to strengthen and empower yourself. So I think I dropped 5 nuggets so far. And why does that help? Because when you're depressed, you feel like dying. When you are inspired, you have ganas, you have more than enough. You have something that drives you. It pulls you through all the lack, all the challenges, all the difficulties. Even when you think you're drained and you can't go anymore. When you have something to look forward to, it gives you that extra, that second wind, that second gust of energy. So when you meditate, self-reflect, find that. Find why are you living? What is it? What makes you tick? What drives you? What makes you want to get up in the morning? And if you don't have that, which honestly, there are times where I have lost it. I've been disconnected out of alignment from it. More, and you just have to find it again. You have to get back on that saddle. And how do I do that? It's not always easy, and it's not always overnight. It usually takes, sometimes it can take overnight because it's like, oh, I'm already at that, chipping away at whatever lesson I need to learn or layer on healing. Other times it might take like 3 months. You never know. How do I do that? I go on shamanic journeys. I find out the depths of my soul. I go into the darkness and, what you might want to call the etheric or astral cave. Other people might want to call it different things. Inner child work, Akashic records, go into your memories, past life regression. I actually go really deep, and that's where I find myself again. You might want to call it soul retrievals or similar things, shamanic healing journeys. So, to recap, how can you help yourself in these times? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. What are you doing right now to cope, to manage, to help yourselves? Emotionally, physically, financially, socially, whatever. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. Okay, so to recap, because I will be wrapping this up soon. I do have other things to take care of that are not fun, but I have to take care of them because that's life. To recap, immerse yourself in nature whenever you can. Trees, water. It heals, recharges, and protects you. Invest in gold, in the metals, precious metals. Invest in gold and silver. That way you'll be guaranteed a stable fighting chance for your finances. Take your herbs, pills, and vitamin supplements to boost your immune system and whatever else it is you need for your constitution and for the imbalances that you have. Fourth, use your EMF or EMR blockers, EMF protection, EMF protection shields. There's many different names for them. What was the fifth one? Oh, last but not least, fifth, find your reason, find your why, find your reason for living. What drives you to wake up in the morning and keep on going? So those are 5 themes. Yes, there can be more, but I'm just going to wrap it up now. Thank you for visiting and sharing space. I will talk with you guys again. Oh, you know what? I was gonna say a certain date and time, but I just realized I'm going camping, so I won't say nothing. We'll see. We'll just see how it flows. So I'll see you again when I see you, and it will be soon. Okay? You guys take care. And I'll leave below or maybe I'll just type it in here now, the names of those things, the cures for the COVID virus that you could research. One is the, organic pharmaceutical chemical. I mean, not organic, non-organic. Then the other one is the herb. It's organic. And they both successfully work. All right. I'll also put in the link for my other video, Heal Thyself, because that's where I have the links to the products that Bear and I personally use to protect ourselves and keep our immune system strong. All right. Take care, guys. We can do it. We can, and we are making it. Despite all the concerns and discomforts, we will. We will. We're going to emerge and rise stronger and stronger on all levels. Healing, it is all that is.